Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome once again to Army Public School PMA Resource Network. Before we start our today's subject, English language, please subscribe this page and click on the bell icon. Kids, here I am your teacher, Maria Abdullah, and I am going to discuss our week 12th homework of English language, and our topic is our Mexican folk tale. Objectives. Now, what are our objectives? Students will be able to know about folk tales, know about meanings of the difficult words, and arrange new vocabulary words into alphabetical order. Folk tale. Now, what is a folk tale? First of all, we will see that what is a folk tale. Definition is that a folk tale is a story passed on by word of mouth or a legend or myth shared among people of a culture. Folk tales are told to give a moral lesson. So from this we come to know that in every folk tale a moral lesson has been taught to you. Here you can see the picture rattlesnake and mouse. This is a story. And what you have to do is you will read the story under the supervision of your parents or elders. You will read the story, you will draw out the moral of the story, and then you will come to know that what the story is about. Here I am going to tell you some new words which have been used here which will be helpful for you while you're reading. For example, evening, trapped, push, hungry, coyote, trotted, confused, explain, understand. So these are some new words which will be helpful for you while you're reading. Words meaning. Now these words meaning will help you for understanding of the passage or the story. First word is evening. The period of a time at the end of the day, usually from about 6 p.m. to bedtime. Trapped, that is an unpleasant situation in which you lack freedom and you feel you cannot escape from it. Hungry, that is feeling uncomfortable because of a lack of food. Confused, that is fails to understand. Explain, to make something clear or easy to understand by describing or giving information about it. So kids, I hope that these meanings of the difficult words or the new words will help you for understanding of the story. Activity number 1. Now I have an activity. First of all, we will see the picture or the words given. Then I will tell you that what is your activity. Here you can see camel. This is a coyote. Here is a fennec fox. Jerboa, mouse, oasis, rock. Shore, water and desert. Now what you have to do is, you have seen the picture with their words and this is your activity that you have to draw pictures of the above mentioned things on a neat A4 size paper or chart. Then you will write name of the things with each picture and you will arrange these cards, flashcards in alphabetical order. That is, you have to make flashcard of all these things with the pictures. You will draw the pictures on it. You can do it on chart paper or A4 size computer paper, it's up to you. And then you will arrange all these flashcards in an alphabetical order. So this is an activity for you. Activity number 2, that is play a game. Now what is that activity or what is the game? That you have to pick 5 flashcards and you will quickly arrange them in the alphabetical order, and obviously whoever will arrange the cards in less time, that person will win the game. Success criteria. Now what is the success criteria? Remember the meaning of the difficult words and the moral of the story. And your homework is that you have to write meaning of the difficult words on loose sheets. Meaning, the words meaning we have already discussed, and then you have to make flashcards of the vocabulary words and draw pictures. And these vocabulary words have also been discussed with you with their pictures. I hope all this homework is clear to you. Now here again kids, I am going to discuss our week 13th homework of English language, and our topic is look again. Objectives. Students will be able to know about optical illusions and about prefixes. So in this lesson we will come to know about optical illusions and prefixes. First of all, we are going to discuss about optical illusion. What are optical illusion? Optical illusion is the perception refers to the interpretation of what we take in through our eyes, and optical illusion occur because our brain is trying to interpret what we see and make sense of the world around us. Optical illusions simply trick our brains into seeing things which may or may not be real. Means that whenever we see a picture of optical illusion, then our brain trick us. That picture is not what our brain is messaging us. So that is an optical illusion. It can use color, light and pattern to create images that can be deceptive or misleading to our brain. The information gathered by the eye is processed by the brain, creating a perception that in reality does not match the true image. That is what we see, that is not the actual image, that is not the true image. Here kids, you can see different pictures. In all these pictures, these are the examples of optical illusion. For example, this picture, this pattern seems moving to us, but actually this is a still picture. Here the man is watering the moon. In the picture you can see that the man is watering the moon, but actually in reality this couldn't happen. So all these are examples of optical illusion in which our brain or our mind is tricking our eyes. Explanation of page number 48 of your learner's book. Now you can see different pictures on this page 48, and you can see first of all that there are two lines A and B with the arrows in the opposite direction. For line A the arrows are in inward direction, and for line B the arrows are in outward direction. Actually both lines are of the same length, but when we first see of these lines, the line with arrows on the outward direction, that is line B, it seems bigger from the line A, but actually both lines are of the same length. So that is an optical illusion. In picture B, we can see two circles, yellow, which are surrounded by purple circles. In one circle, in one of the picture A, that is circle B is surrounded by small purple circles, and in picture B, yellow circle is surrounded by big purple circles. Now if we see it, our brain tells us that the yellow circle with the small circle purple circles is bigger than the yellow circle which is surrounded by the big purple circle. But actually if we see it very keenly, very carefully, we will come to know that both yellow circles are of equal diameter. So that is the example of optical illusion that in which our brain trick us. Now 2D and 3D shapes. As you all know that 2D is 2-dimension and 3D is the 3-dimension shape. In 2 dimensions or 2D shapes, we have width and height, and in 3D shape, we have 3 dimensions such as width, height and depth. So in these pictures you can see 2D shapes, and in this picture you can see 3D shapes. These are the examples of 2D and 3D shapes. Prefixes. As I have told you that we have two topics for this week. First was optical illusion, which we have discussed, and now the next is prefixes. We will see that what is the prefix. Pre means before. Now the word which come before a word or which is added before a word is called a prefix. And another thing which is that when we add prefix to the stem word, then that become the meaning of that become different, or it normally it becomes the opposite of that word. For example, if we add prefix to the word unhappy, that is un, then unhappy or happy, they are both opposites of each other. So here we can see that prefix is a word, letter or number placed before another. Prefix is a group of letters placed before the word, or prefix is an affix which is placed before the stem of a word. Adding it to the beginning of word change it to another word, which I have told you that if we add prefix to any word it changes its meaning, and I told you the example, that is happy and unhappy both are opposites of each other. Here are some more examples of prefixes which are given on your book page number 51. You can see kind, tidy, patient and polite. Kind will become unkind, its opposite. Tidy will become untidy, that is also the opposite of tidy. Patient, the opposite of patient is impatient, and polite, impolite. By adding prefixes un and im, these become their opposites. Now here some more examples of prefixes have been given, and we have the prefixes im, un, and we add it to the stem words and they become their opposites. Balance, imbalance. Mature, immature. Pure, impure. Mortal, immortal. Patient, impatient. Attended, unattended. Fit, unfit. Able, unable. Fortunate, that is unfortunate. So from prefixes we come to know, we are able to know now that if we added prefixes to the word they become their opposites. Success criteria. Remember to use prefixes im and un in the given words wisely. And homework. Your homework is that you have to make a small picture using different shapes to create optical illusion on A4 size paper. I have already discussed optical illusion with you. Now this is your homework, that you have to take a chart paper or a computer paper A4 size, and then you will draw different shapes to create optical illusion from those shapes. And next is your homework, that you have to write opposites of the given words by adding im and un in the beginning. I have told you the words have been given to you. Those words you will take a loose sheet and then you will write those words, and then you will add prefixes im and un to them, and they will become their opposites, and they are the examples of the prefixes.